So this is a video I don't want to make, but I need to because of what went down here today. Now, yesterday I published a video titled Centra, Is It a Scam? Question mark. And the reason why I made the video was because I have friends and friends of friends who in total have invested nearly $250,000 into this company Centra. And one of my friends had some red flags, some questions about the company. So I started to do some digging, as I always do, and decided to share that information. Now, the reason why I made the title a question mark is because I don't know if it's a scam. It could be, and if it is, it's pretty elaborate, but if it's not, then it just means they're kind of sloppy with some of their details, which is fine, but this is why I'm making this video. I want to make an open call to Sam Sharma, the guy who co-created this company Centra, to go on the record here and just clear the air. And Sam really has nothing to lose. You know, if this is all legit and he has good explanations for all this stuff, then clearly it's a win-win. Centra comes out looking good, and I will apologize publicly for doubting, and I will gladly hold a Visa debit card that's backed by cryptocurrencies. I have no problem with that. Even though, again, the message of this channel is a warning about the long haul about some of these things, as well as things right in front of us that could really cost people their livelihood if they are spending money to participate or help support these new companies that are springing up. But rather than answering to some of the things I brought up in the video, I received a trademark complaint from YouTube. And in the letter, it said, "This is to notify you that you have received a trademark complaint regarding your content, the details of which appear at the end of this message." And if you go into the actual message here, the title of the person who submitted it is the COO, full legal name Raymond Trapani. And here's his complaint, or clarification of the complaint. The video is showing our Centra logo mark in various portions, I think he meant portions, of the film broadcasted. We ask it may be immediately taken down as we did not give permission to do so. And then he gives some examples of timestamps in the video or in the film, plus various other portions. This is trademark infringement. Now, if you go to the legal policies of a trademark, here's what it says. Using someone else's trademark in a user name, tags, or the title of your video does not necessarily constitute infringement. However, if there is content on your profile or video that would confuse viewers into believing that the trademark owner created or sponsors your page or content, then the trademark owner's rights may be infringed. In other words, it wouldn't be infringement unless I'm sitting there saying that either Centra sponsored this message, or I'm a part of Centra, or I created Centra, and none of those things are true. So there's no trademark infringement here. And in fact, because they were able to put the registration number in this report here, I was able to go look it up to see if this is in fact a registered trademark. And to their credit, according to the Trademark Electronic Search System, or TESS, yes, Centra multiple times here does at least have a serial number here, and it's the correct serial number for this letter C logo. It does not have a registration number, however, so if you go to the assigned status, according to the United States Patent and Trademark Office, no assignment has been recorded at the USPTO for serial number 8756965. Which is understandable if they submitted this on the date that it says here, August 15th, which was just a few days ago. Then it makes sense that they wouldn't have it necessarily all the way pushed through to the US Patent and Trademark Office. So this leads me to believe maybe that it's not a scam, but that they're a little bit sloppy on their presentation. So again, based on the legal policies of the trademark that YouTube themselves have published, the use of their logo in my video is not trademark infringement. In fact, I'm also protected by fair use because it is a critique of that company. And what happened to that whole concept of there's no such thing as bad publicity? I mean, other than the fact that I'm being critical of this company, there's a bunch of people who would have never even heard of it if it wasn't for the video. And perhaps they do their own research and they decide on their own to be a part of supporting Centra with their finances. So it's not all negative, even though I was pretty suspicious about some of the things surrounding their claims. And speaking of their claims, one of the things I talked about was at the bottom of the website, they claimed that the Visa debit cards were going to be issued by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Inc., the Bancorp, and the Bancorp Bank are registered trademarks of the Bancorp Bank 2014. And I was just pointing out that it's weird. It's a weird thing. And then I tried to contact folks from the Bancorp Bank, and I documented some of that in the last video. And then today, during the day, just a few hours after I published the video, I had a buddy tell me that, hey, that little bottom section is gone. So I went to my browser and I just happened to have that Centra website open to that section. So I went ahead and started screen capturing the refresh of the page. And this is what happened. Refresh, and that bottom portion is gone. Poof. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think my video had something to do with them fixing that. So again, it doesn't mean therefore they're a scam. It just means that some of their activity garners suspicion. That's all. Now, I found this post by Centra Tech, which was published on August 29th, 2017. And they said this will be our only response to these trollers whom still doubt the project. One, we have numerously stated that the website was built by freelancers whom used stock photos from the internet and have rectified the matter when we ourselves began engaging in online activity as the product is our first and most important goal. Number two, we in no way condone the activity that was occurring on Ether Delta. That is why we highly recommended no one using it. Yes, we did request for it, but after finding out the book can be skipped without following an order, we requested it to be removed. We requested CMC, which is CoinMarketCap, remove our listing as well. The most they said they could do is remove circulating supply till the end of the ICO. We didn't want to come up incorrect in charts. Number four, for you guys to still think it's a scam 2 months later is ludicrous. We have made worldwide attempts to get Centra Card and Wallet global. I don't know how many more videos it will take, but hopefully eventually you'll just consider us another asset on the list. Plus, cards are shipping in 2 weeks, also 1 week before public ICO. What will be the case then? And five, yes, it is up to us as a service to disqualify individuals who don't participate in the networks and ecosystems health from using the Centra card. That is our choice as a company for the better of all in the network. I'm going to skip number 6 here because it is specifically responding to another allegation that was on here on the threads. And then number 7, anyone that is thinking that this is a scam can contact us directly for clarification and visit us at our offices Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So great. Here's what I want to do. I'm openly inviting Sam Sharma to come onto my channel to clear the air because ultimately, again, I stated in the last video, if this thing is legit, then it might be a pretty awesome thing to have if you're into cryptocurrencies and you want to be able to spend those cryptocurrencies on a day-to-day basis at your local grocery store, whatever it is. So there's lots of details here and lots of little things that can happen. There was a comment actually by somebody named Sean Presti and Dave Torres, both with 0 subscribers. They always seem to have these sort of weird non-profile profiles on YouTube, the people that really make huge statements and comments like this, which it's their right to do that. I'm just saying it's always interesting how these types of comments are made by people that are fairly anonymous and can't verify necessarily. But this guy, Sean Presti, I'm not going to read the whole comment, but basically he tried to explain why things looked suspicious. And he stated, you shouldn't title your video in that manner when you have 0 evidence that it's a scam. And that's not true. It's not 0 evidence. It's just a lot of circumstantial evidence. So to say there's 0 evidence is wrong. There was price manipulation on Ether Delta, and ultimately the only people that would truly benefit from that is Centra, who, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about this, have not set a price for their tokens. Now you can say maybe somebody went in there and tried to pump the price to try to get as much Ether out of it while it's still up there, because Centra is saying that anybody who has coins on Ether Delta, they're going to be blacklisted or whatever it is. But to say there's 0 evidence is categorically incorrect. And then he ends the comment, and let me just say, people are in here bringing slavery, bondage, the mark of the beast, monopoly money. What kind of psycho YouTube channel are you running here? Your subs are some type of weird man. So there you go. This guy who's defending Centra just insulted all of you. The people who have been loyal to this channel for over 7 years. You guys are all psycho, apparently, according to this guy. And then Dave Torres, another blank account guy, says that I admitted to clickbait because all I said was, "That's fair, but I titled it as a question, not a statement, for a reason," which is true. As I explained earlier, he said that Sean just rebutted a large percentage of your claims, and this is your response. Okay, these aren't claims, okay? This is what's weird about this, these apologists that come in. I'm not making claims, I'm just showing you guys information, all right? Manipulation did happen on EtherDelta. It's undeniable. It makes it look suspicious. And then you guys admit that you wanted the coins on EtherDelta, and then you wanted him pulled off, and then EtherDelta put him back on because people were mad. I mean, it's just become this hearsay thing. And then he goes into why I'm even talking about cryptos and blah, 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 subscribers questioning me and blah, blah, blah. And then if you wanted to do some actual journalism, you should have contacted Centra, which I did. I contacted Centra, I emailed them, haven't gotten an email response, waiting for a response to join Slack. But I'll end with this. I did get a response from Centra on Facebook when I said, "Hey, can you guys verify for me that you're working with Bancorp to create the Visa debit cards?" And they responded, "Hi, your video is close to slanderous. I wish you would have reached out about this question," which is what I did. I reached out with the question. And then they said, "So when you have a moment, let's talk because 95% of your video is incorrect." All right. So again, data is data. Okay. And all I pointed out were inconsistencies. Now they have answers to some of those questions like, oh, they had other people building their website, so they didn't really get involved with working on their website until later on. All right, fine. That's an explanation. But from the outside, looking in, that kind of stuff seems really, really suspicious. And you can't blame us for doing that. Ultimately, I have nothing to prove, okay? The burden of proof is on Centra. So I don't know why they're turning it on me, calling it slander and all this stuff, because I'm just a researcher here. I'm just trying to provide information. I don't want friends and family to get hurt because they invested a bunch of money into this company that ended up being a scam. And again, not saying it's a scam. I'm saying there's suspicions, red flags, and we're allowed to ask these questions, okay? We're allowed to be suspicious. In fact, it might make you a better company, all right? So stop blaming people that are looking at this and are suspicious. We have a right to be suspicious. We have a right to scrutinize everything that a company like this does. So again, this is an open invitation for Sam Sharma to come onto this channel, clear the air. Maybe we can live stream it so people can ask their questions, whatever. It's stupid that I have to even make this video. I made the last video because in this crazy world of cryptocurrencies, trust is important. And so far, the way they have responded, super defensive, hasn't been very good. And even if it is a legit company, I question their ethics, and that's something that we're allowed to do as well. And who cares if it makes a bunch of money, if they're being unethical or they're treating people wrong or they're getting really defensive or they're not really consistent. We don't have to be involved in this in any way, shape, or form. And no, we're not a bunch of psychos on YouTube. We're actually trying to spread the good news, the real good news, the real thing that's going to save you, not money or finances. These things are all leading to a futile end. And we can discuss those things perhaps in the conversation if it comes up. But more importantly, this is an opportunity for Centra to clear their name, at least with the folks that have genuine concerns who have invested in this company.